Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction to Swansea City 1, Everton 0. Yeah, it was crap. Many predicted it. Many predicted a Laurent header or a Sigurdsson free kick would win it for Swansea. Correct, if you got that prediction out there. Really disappointing. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because the season is done. You know, and we can talk all we want about going, you know, let's stay in it when we go to Arsenal. Arsenal will turn us over because they'll have a go. Away from home, we're clueless, you know, and that's Ronald Koeman's biggest conundrum this summer is finding players who can perform away from home. Today, he dropped Ross Barkley, brought Gareth Barry in, Kevin Morales come back into the side. Yeah, and nothing really happened. I thought the first half, and it caused a little bit of discussion on Twitter. People that don't think quite understand when you tweet something, sometimes don't think they understand what you say. And I'd said at half time we dominated, and we did dominate, but that doesn't mean I thought we were playing well. We were the team who had the ball. The stats proved it. You know, we were the team who had the ball. They were just defending as deep as they can, trying to hang on in and hope that Sigurdsson nicked it for them or a header. And the first time he got in our box, he scored. So that was after half an hour. We totally dominated. But it doesn't mean we played well. It's just we had the ball. I mean, they didn't do anything with it, but we were still a dominant team. And that's what I was trying to say. And it's difficult on Twitter, isn't it? Because it's a, you know, and people, yeah, some Evertonians are negative at it. You know, we win the league and they'd still moan that it wasn't 5-0 every game. But, you know, I'm not defending that performance. It was garbage. You know, Stecklenberg, can't have him. He's terrible. I'm just going to say it. The goal is pathetic. And it's pathetic because we don't clear the first instance. Secondly, Gareth Barry stopped the cross. Dead basic. Taught it as a little kid. Stopped the cross. Doesn't stop the cross. And then the ball is in the 6-yard box, and the goalie runs along his line instead of coming to claim it. Well, honestly, the goals that he's cost us, Joel at Spurs had a poor game. You know, 2 of the 3 goals were down to him. Joel at Anfield was poor, and obviously he made the mistake against Burnley for a penalty in a game we won. Okay, Stecklenberg, Burnley away, Manchester United at home, Chelsea away, Chelsea at home. You know, it's just, I don't know why he's back in the team. He's just dodgy. You know, he's a good backup keeper, but he's, you know, Koeman might just want to give him games, but it's no good if it's costing you goals directly. And that's last week and this week he's directly cost us 2 last week and he's cost us the game today. But it was a crap performance, you know, with the front three just offered nothing. Lukaku got, you know, he was better in the second half than he was in the first half. He still doesn't, you know, I don't know what it is. The games sometimes just pass him by. The 2 who played with him were, you know, Calvert-Lewin. I've defended him this week. People have slagged him off, but he didn't have a very good game today. You know, he's well short at the minute. I think he is what he is. He's a kid he's a work in progress. He's a kid. Morales is Kevin Morales, isn't he? You know, he's capable of hitting 8 out of 10, but more often than not, it's 5s. And that's really the issue with Kevin Morales. Rom, if you give him chances, will score goals. He's never going to do it on his own. He's not that type of player. And we've got a conundrum then, haven't we? Because the way we're set up, it's proved it game after game after game away from home. At Goodison, when we're flying forward and everyone's joining in, there's not really an issue. I just don't think 4-3-3 works. I don't think it works particularly well at home. But we scored a lot of goals. And that is mainly because 7 or 8 of our players attack away. It's like we've got 4 attacking and that's it. And when teams are sitting and defending, you know, that's Swansea, you know, Hull we didn't win at, Middlesbrough, Stoke, West Ham. You know, all games that I would look at and think, we should be winning these games. Today, you know, they've deserved to win the game because they defended well and they wanted it a bit more than we did. That's all. The keeper, all right, they've hit the outside of the post. Stecklenberg made a good save from Leroy Fair. So I suppose second half you can say on chances they deserve to win. But Everton have finished with 71% of the ball. Now, I'm not Martinez and I'm not asked about possession, but they haven't, you know, it's one of those with us. We're just toothless, and that to me, that's the biggest thing he's got to do in this summer, is get some, you know, the keeper obviously, get some centre forwards and get some attackers in who know where the net is. You know, there's been loads to talk about Gylfi Sigurdsson, and Gylfi Sigurdsson's a good footballer, but I tell you what, if Ross Barkley put in the performance he's put in today, he'd have been destroyed, because the lad's hardly kicked the ball today. I just wonder if he had an Everton shirt on, how long before the fans were on his back going, he's crap, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. You know, food for thought. We need pacey, direct attackers. That's what we need. People who can cause all kinds of teams problems, whether you're on the counter or whether you're playing against teams that don't want to get beat like Swansea today. You know, we need players who can unlock that, and it's side to side to side to side to side. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, so this summer, they've got to bring in at least, even if Rom stays, which is, you know, it's not highly unlikely, but it's, you know, you don't know, do you, whether Rom's going to stay. Even if Lukaku stays, you've got to bring in 2 strikers of note. They need, you know, Sigurdsson coming in, make that squad stronger. 2 centre-backs, a goalkeeper, you know, that's just for starters. And then you've got to fill that out with other midfield players who offer different options. It wasn't very good. You know, we're on the beach, aren't we? That's what it looks like. And if we played them 6 weeks ago, it's probably 0-0. Because obviously away from home is the conundrum. But there was there's just a little ingredient missing for us. And it's not, I don't think, it's not necessarily they're not trying, but there's just that little bit of directness, that little bit of urgency's gone out of our play, and it was all very, very predictable. Once it went 1-0, it was all very predictable. The second half, we've had a Lukaku shot that's hit the side netting. No one reacted to Davis' back heel. Morales heads one across and Williams misses it. You know, they really, that should have been the story from the minute one. They should have been having to defend for their lives. And they didn't, because the final third, we ain't good enough. And we proved that in so many games away from home. Yeah, there's not really much more to say, is there? It was just a little bit crap. You know, the end of the season can't come quick enough so that the building process can continue. We've got Watford at home on Friday. It is absolutely vital that we go out against Watford and snot them in front of our own crowd. We've got to. Otherwise, the season's going to end on an absolute rubbish run. And that's not good, because you're trying to create that momentum. Because that team, whatever team he puts out, is going to get beat at Arsenal. Because they're just a level below now, man. If it's more of the same, isn't it? Unless he plays 3 or 4 kids and there's a bit of different energy. But Watford on Friday, that's got to be the focus. Now, get them at home. They've lost today 3-0 at Leicester. They're definitely on the beach. Get into them, get them won in front of our own crowd, and then, you know, get that Arsenal game out the way, and then we can get the rebuilding process done as we head towards the Europa League. Look out for Ped's match reactions. You know what, player ratings, if I do one, it's 2 minutes. Don't get all upset about it. It'll be crap anyway, because there wasn't really any stand-up performances. Anyway, look out for the rest of that. I've been Baz. See you soon on Toffee TV.